Come and see. 24th of August, Tuesday, Feast of Saint Bartholomew the Apostle. Reflection. My dear friends, he is one of the 12 apostles who followed the Lord completely. And he was a strong disciple, apostle who gave his life for the Lord. And he became one of the pillars of the church. We find in the first reading how this vision of church and Christ was manifested. An angel spoke to me saying, "Come, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." See the connection. It's beautiful. Bride, the wife of the Lamb. Lamb can't have a wife, no. But the Lamb who was slain, who is Jesus. And Jesus' bride is the church. How this church was built in the foundation. Foundation, Old Testament, there were 12 tribes. It speaks about, and he carried me away in the spirit, to a great high mountain, and showed me the holy city of Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, its radiance like most rare jewel, like jasper, clear as crystal. It had a great high wall with 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and on the gates the name of the 12 tribes. These are Old Testament tribes. And we find 12 foundations. New Testament, the apostles. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations. And on them were the 12 names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. See, bride of the Lamb and apostles of the Lamb. It's whole church. The whole church was built on these 12 foundations. So that's one foundation is Bartholomew or Nathaniel. They say his surname is Nathaniel. And what a strong character. See, this person became a disciple of God. And he's an apostle. Among the 12 apostles. He became a foundation by the sacrificial life he had lived. So that blood of his life became the foundation, seeds of all the Christian life, isn't it? So he went on preaching, evangelizing people, and then they believe he had come to India also. You know how he was killed? History says his skin was peeled when he was alive. That's how that's a kind of suffering he had to go through. Sort of terrible death. It was a terrible death. Can you imagine when your skin is taken apart, peeled when you are alive? So yet he believed that Jesus is Christ and Lord. And he lived for that. That sacrificial life became the foundation. And this great person, what was the beginning of this great journey? We are going to see very closely how Jesus called him. And Philip, of course Jesus met Philip and John when they were going, and he asked, what are you looking for? Then he said, where do you live, Master? And they said, come and see. Come and see. And the disciples went and saw where he lived and stayed that night with him. And then Philip came to know that he is Christ. Nature of Philip is always taking people to Jesus, isn't it? So he comes to Nathanael and says, Philip found Nathanael and said to him, we have found him of whom Moses in the law of apostles wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. And then he says, Nathanael says, can anything good come out of Nazareth? So this is how the glory was hidden. Nazareth was a small town, very small town. Few hundreds of people lived. In the Old Testament, this word was never mentioned, Nazareth. That's why the glory is hidden in human understanding. So then he said, come and see. This is all what can happen to us. You have to personally experience the Lord. It has to be a personal experience, without which you will never have a deep, profound foundation in your journey. So one can introduce him, but you have to experience it. It's your personal choice. So coming and going and seeing Jesus, there's a cost, there's a price to pay. Because when many are invited, few are chosen, they sent it. And they didn't want to go and enjoy the banquet of the king's son's party. They all went. But then Nathanael, Bartholomew went and saw Jesus. Jesus saw Nathanael coming towards him and said of him, behold an Israelite, indeed in whom there is no deceit. When Nathanael wanted to see Jesus, when Philip said, come and see, Jesus had already seen him. He saw him. My dear friends, this is the beauty of our Lord. He sees us. He sees our future, sees our present, and the past. He was saying, before Philip called, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. This is the past. Under the fig tree, I saw you. And what is the future? And behold, the Israelite, an Israelite indeed in whom there is no deceit. This is the present. This is the present, Nathanael. And then he says, you will see greater things than this. You will see greater things. So that is the future, isn't it? So Jesus will see your past, present, and future. He saw him under a tree. Excuse me. See, he saw him under a tree. And then, because of a tree, his history was changed. Present and future was decided. There's a tree of cross. Because of his cross, we all are saved. Because of his cross, Nathanael was chosen, and he was given a new life, and he became a saint. And apostles, where the foundation of the Lord was laid. Have this foundation. Jesus has called you. Come and see, enjoy him. He will see, he knows your past, future, and the present. And he wants you in his mission. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.